Time to check it out. Some of the latest technology news brought to you by JR's Rock the Bank cash giveaways, which will be picking back up at 9 o'clock this morning with 13 chances in all each weekday for you to win $1,000.
JRR gets winners in these contests, so make sure and enter as many of these keywords as you can at our website, WJRR.com.
The Florida House is set to pass a social media restrictions bill for kids under the age of 16.
I saw this earlier and just said, yeah, sure. They've said this before. It's not going to happen.
The House Judiciary Committee on Wednesday here in Florida voted 17-5 to approve the bill, which is a priority of the representative from Palm Coast, I guess, who filed this law or the bill to be law. It's now positioned to go to the full House, which is almost certain to pass this. Lawmakers argue social media harms children, and the bill would prevent minors under the age of 16 from creating accounts. In part, the bill would also require social media platforms to terminate existing accounts that are reasonably known by the platforms to be held by minors younger than 16, and would allow parents to request that minors' accounts be terminated. Good luck with all this.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. It's sure you can say that and make it a law, but good luck enforcing it.
I mean, look, it sounds in theory that there could be some good intentions here, but theory and reality basically are two very different things these days. You're not going to rip social media away from, well, pretty much anybody at this point. Does social media have a negative impact at times on young people? Yeah, of course.
100%.
Of course, but this will be challenged in courts, and I don't think it ever has a chance of standing the test of time if it does indeed pass.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, get on to some other issues that, anyway. As we alluded to last week, I'm not a huge social media guy, you know that, but this is ridiculous.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I was saying deep breath when you were getting ready to get frustrated about other issues that are a little more important. As
we alluded to last week, Samsung held their Unpacked event yesterday, and as expected, unveiled a new line of the Galaxy line of phones, the S24. Several different flavors of that will be available in stores as of January 31st. Pre-orders available now. These new S24s will come with Google's generative AI, Taco, on board. So if you want to, get some artificial intelligence going in your smart device there, you might want to switch over to Android, Taco.
I'm cool.
Samsung also announcing they are going to be coming out with the Smart Ring, the latest company to hop into, powerful and accessible health and wellness wearables. Put the ring on, it'll monitor, your vitals and stuff like that. No timeline or cost as to when the Samsung Smart Ring will be available. Found something out this past week with the bitterly cold temperatures across the country. Electric vehicles have a tough time when it gets bitterly cold, especially the battery situation. There are ways to get around this, but you have to be kind of proactive. And you saw, especially in the Chicago area, big problems for EV owners.
I know. And then you knew what would happen. People would be like, see, I told you. Go to the gas cars. And then the other side would go, no, don't worry.
It's just, these are things that have to be worked out and improved on if this is to be the long-term solution. But, a lot of people really caught off guard when they were having serious issues getting their cars to charge, much less start, and be able to get them to where they needed to be during the brutal weather.
You said it. These are issues that the more that we go on can be fixed. There were issues with cars that run on gas years ago.
There still are issues. Yeah. That's why we have recalls. Apple Watch situation is interesting. They've had some legal maneuvering they've had to do because of patent infringements on some of the features in the Apple Watch, namely this pulse oximeter function, a medical scanner that measures oxygen concentration in the bloodstream. That is been ruled that's a patent infringement here in the United States. So the Apple Watches have been being sold without that particular feature, Taco. Okay. They just re-upped that ban, so no, they're not going to be able to sell the Watch Series 9 that the rest of the world is using here in the United States, or Apple Watch Ultra 2, until this whole thing rolls through the patent legal system here.
All the diehards that you see out in front of the Apple stores, days ahead for the next product or whatever, they're going to Europe to get it. They're going to get their Apple Watches there.
Well, if you have to. You got to do what you got to do, I guess.
I'm fine with just having a Fitbit that doesn't even send me texts anymore.
If you use Google's Chrome search engine and you use incognito mode, you want to be aware of this. As part of a $5 billion settlement, the disclaimer was updated as far as Chrome's incognito mode goes to reflect data collection practices. Wait a second, I'm incognito. No one's supposed to know what I'm doing. Wrong. Basically, when you use incognito mode, others who use the device won't necessarily see your activity if you've been on the porn sites. However, data collection by the websites you're checking out and the services they use remain in full effect. In addition, downloads, bookmarks, and reading list items are saved. Use a VPN.
You got that?
Use a VPN if you're worried about any of that. Just know if you're in incognito mode on Chrome, you're not really incognito mode.
Mm-mm.
And now it's reflected accurately in their terms of service. And this is certainly interesting. The Diamond Sports Group, which operates those Bally regional sports networks that have been in so much trouble and bankrupt and looked like they were going to go bye-bye.
Wasn't that the one that had our local Magic?
Yeah, all the regional.
Okay,
this is all around the country for various sports teams and their, the Bally sports channels. A $450 million plan has been put together that would let Diamond Sports continue operations beyond 2024. Amazon is going to invest in Diamond Sports.
You knew somebody was stepping up. When I hear Amazon, good. At least it's somebody that has deep pockets.
So it looks like Amazon will be hosting, or the goal is to host these Bally sports channels. Obviously, you'd have to pay for them. But without their involvement, it looked like by the end of 2024, Diamond Sports would have been completely liquidated. The deal is currently awaiting approval while teams involved, obviously the respective franchises in, hockey, basketball, and baseball, all are going to have to sign off on this before any such deal is put into place. So to be continued on that, but Diamond Sports getting a lifeline potentially thrown to them.
Be good.
That's all I got, guys.
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.